say it real quick. If you don't know who I am already, you're about to be fucking familiar. Because woo! For those who know, been knowing since 2021. Just glad to see you here. For those that's already, you're feeling like you're already now a part of this realm. I thank you, blessings. We already at 1K. Let's keep it going. For the ones that's already right now, you're a diehard and you'll immediately watch anything I put out right now. Just want to say thank you, blessings to you, and we gonna keep pushing doors down and keep pushing forward. So you could call part of this a review, because I did watch SmackDown tonight. Oh, you must thought, you could just tell by my shorts right now. You could tell that I wasn't going to miss this, especially, because we're a couple of weeks already out from WrestleMania, so, and I'm not doing this shit tomorrow or any other fucking day. I'm not waiting. Well, I figure we get this shit out right now, because I don't want to be thinking about it. Because I can tell you already, you could already see by the vibes, and when you click into this video, I'm gonna say what a few others have been saying, like me, what I've been feeling the past weeks, really a long fucking time, if you actually been following me, and you've been seeing it for quite a while. Well, already, especially with this channel right here, but especially with tonight, what I saw tonight. Oh wow, what I saw tonight, which y'all should be fucking upset over. This was a waste of fucking time. I mean, like, for real. This tonight was not a good night, and like I said, because even though that this is part of talking about the build, we're going to be talking about for a little bit. It is the weekend, so business is booming as of right about now. So I'm not going to be that much here for long. I just wanted to get out, like I said, because you can call this, like, as far as my quick thoughts goes on tonight, leading up to WrestleMania, the SmackDown tonight, because pretty much a little bit happened tonight as far as whatever. Yeah, we're about to get into that, but I just wanted to. When it came to SmackDown tonight, which gave me even more fuel to talk about the build to this year for WrestleMania, and it's a fucking joke. So why don't we start out? Let's start out with what's first, because I said, as usual, I ain't got. I'm pretty fucking all over the place and unorganized, so. Like I say, of course, if you already don't know what this is, pretty much, I mean, well, because half of this, I mean, you can call it what it is, but, I mean, this is pretty much a review of SmackDown, but I also want to incorporate it to the build coming up to WrestleMania this year. So, give me a moment. Alright, so we start off with CM Punk, because this shit is Chicago, and, so your hometown hero, I mean, he's pretty much what sports teams, what sports teams is to their hometowns. He's pretty much the hometown hero to Chicago, is what you can call him. And of course, they were happy to see him. I mean, it's Chicago; it's always going to be sold out. The crowd is always going to have. They're even going to be more happy to see Punk, because that's where he was born. That's where he came from. I don't know, like. Because people are saying that he's because he took one of the cameras from the camera guys, and he showed it a hard cam of the crowd. And me here personally, I'm hearing it. I mean, part of that could be a snub at Tony Khan, and how people has been mocking just overall when it comes to the tarp downs or empty ass arenas. When you look at an episode of Collision, or just a typical episode of AEW, so that's I guess so, because I didn't even notice too, because they've been mentioning AEW. I don't know, because I've been watching AEW too, even though I don't talk about it really, and that's for a good reason. But like AEW, they haven't been mentioned in WWE. I want to say since last year or so, but WWE has been throwing shot after fucking shot after. I'll probably be someday, but I can't really show that to y'all. I don't really have the time to show that to y'all right now, obviously. But yeah, like that just goes to show you. Let me see right here.
I never CM Punk. I was just a punk rock kid from Chicago. The cord around my neck because they've been trying to kill me since the day I was born, and they ain't found the man enough to do it yet. And Jon Moxley, you.
Oh, so yeah. Apparently, he also referenced the promo when he was still in AEW when they was engaged in a feud with when he was engaged in a feud with Jon Moxley.
I was ever CM Punk. I was just found the man enough to do it yet. And Jon Moxley, you ain't him.
But yeah, as you clearly see, like I said, this is all over the fucking place. But like I said, I just had to get this out here, and as I pretty much don't have any time, so boo-hoo, fuck you if you say otherwise. Pretty much coming at me, whatever. So, but yeah, like obviously, like Heyman is out there with Punk, and they're talking about what is a favor, what is Punk's big favor, and let me tell you, we're gonna get to that tonight too, because part of the reason why I'm doing this shit immediately. But of course, like I said, just the usual. See, the only really big things happening, of course, really is, I guess, Rey Fenix debuting tonight. Of course, I guess if you want to call also that horribly fucking put together Charlotte and Tiffany promo, and I want to put that all on Charlotte. I guess that's pretty much like it. And then of course the Seth, Punk, Seth and Roman tonight, and of course we're gonna get to that as usual. Like I said, another Malachi, Malachi Black vignette, and you got all right. So and then we get what I really want to talk about that also. So this was low-key pretty fucking crazy. So you have alright, so we get to Tiffany and Charlotte out there. Look, because I'm even regretting the fact that I know I'm just already putting it out there right now, but like I said, we might as well go into it. But like I kind of get, because Charlotte has me blocked on Twitter. She has me blocked on Twitter. And I don't know whether you're going to call it mean or not. I just asked a simple question, like how I just asked. I remember asking like, how do you think you'll look in 50 years or at age 50 with all that plastic surgery? And I feel like, because I was still waiting, because I knew she was gonna block me, but yeah, it was probably like a day after, and then like, because I also bring that up because when it comes, it's just to whether I could call that a W or not, because I mean the theme is, we all know how typical, even though you still have somebody like a Chris Jericho that may be on, like, chronically online and acts like a bitch, considering he's a veteran in the industry. Like, I don't know, because I expect, Chelsea Green is another one that also has me blocked on Twitter, because, just, like, all I got to say is, like, she's a tap dancer for the Rainbow crowd, and she also has me blocked on Twitter. I expect that from someone, like, from a woke bitch like Chelsea Green, but Charlotte, wow, it's, I don't know, she's literally the female Roman Reigns of the WWE. So like, you could say it's like, because she, like, when it comes to somebody like her, she could have a team. Or of course, when it comes to just like straight out negative, but like I don't know, like, cause I said, even though I added her, but like, I don't know, it looks like she's like managing her own social media, because she like I said, after the next day she immediately blocked me. So, But like I said, I don't know. I don't know if I could really. I'm just really kind of disappointed there because and I don't know if I should really take a dub with that because, like I said, like modern day wrestlers that comes with the territory, they're pretty fucking soft. We've heard it here and there when you bring up Undertaker and say how he said that and what stayed true after all these years, how soft these modern day fucking wrestlers are, and yet okay, so I feel like it was going to be a typical, okay, like with all of Charlotte's and her fucking career. They have Tiffany go out there like pretty much everybody else has said. She's Ric Flair's daughter. She got everything handed to her in her career, and yada yada. And so, because they uploaded clips of that. That's uploaded. But I think USA doesn't give a fuck because they still have the part where that was not on script. And Tiffany then says, because she brings up the fact, she's like, or because she goes off on a tangent and then says something like, yeah, of course, like, is that why you were all somewhere crying on some talk show? Because I pulled up a clip and she was crying. That's confirmed. Yeah, her and Andrade got a divorce, and she was emotional about it. And of course, like I said, like she was here tonight. So that kind of looked like it got a nod at her, because Tiffany also brought it up again when she said, you may be the queen here in WWE, but outside of the ring, you ain't shit. And it, like bringing up her divorces again, and then like Charlotte, it's like she's like really annoyed, and the crowd, Chicago really fucking hated her tonight. They were not, they absolutely did not want any part of Charlotte out there, and that just speaks to Charlotte and her whole career. Like I said, I kind of said it in the past. I know I'm kind of new, so y'all probably won't remember that, and it's still relatively new. But yeah, like Charlotte, like people are sick and tired of Charlotte, and I don't hate Charlotte. I don't. Just like I'm pretty sure many others don't. But it's just the fact that she's pushed. The only people that want Charlotte and don't care and that will go out there and sing her praises are little girls and women. That is the only people that cheer for Charlotte. Anybody else, they do not want Charlotte. They don't care. They don't want Charlotte out there. And yeah, it's just like they keep pushing her. They keep doing this. They keep pushing her. And it's just like, it's just the whole, like when it comes to, if I could pull it out, it's the whole Super Cena shit. Like, only it's with Charlotte. And it's just like, yeah, she's just a company, she's a company, like, favorite. And that's pretty much it. She's been that. It's been that way her whole career, and it's never gonna stop being that way. And then like of course, like I said, because this was supposed to be like I said, like pretty much this promo right here between Tiffany again. Like I said, I didn't watch because I probably gotta watch that promo back again. You'll probably see a community post about it, but because Charlotte, people were saying because. Like Charlotte must have really pissed Tiffany the fuck off, because the way she was going off tonight really she was coming at. She wanted to get the fuck under Charlotte's skin. She wanted to say some shit, and she did. And she said, of course, like the whole you were drinking and I don't know if that's a shot, because like remember before Charlotte was even in the WWE, because Tiffany says you were in your dad's basement drinking. I don't know if that's a shot, because like there's a record apparently on her career about Charlotte and her boyfriend, one of her boyfriend, like probably an ex-boyfriend, and getting arrested, being drunk, and also being in that's what allegedly it said, while also being in a racist rage, something like that. And so that's kind of, I don't know, that could be a part of like their typical Charlotte Flair, daddy's girl type of angle feud. But yeah, I don't know, it didn't seem like it. And then she brought, like I said, this was like the core line. She was like, Owens, like that, like I said, she said, because everything was pretty much set up like this was pretty. The fact that I could tell, yeah, like you could tell that was not on script when Tiffany kept bringing up Charlotte's marriages, and it kept pissing and really like annoying the fuck out of Charlotte. But the whole thing, of course, like with every Charlotte Flair promo was pretty much the, like I said, daddy's girl, yada yada. But yeah, Tiffany kept bringing that shit up, and then like the line that would probably ring true going out of here was she said like 0-3. Well, and then she said 0-3, and then she runs off as like Charlotte, like I don't know, because it looked like Charlotte wanted to slap the shit out of her, because she was like because Tiffany, as she was like she was backing up, and she's like, let me. Because she kept talking about her record, and she brought a WrestleMania record, and she was like, what is that record? Yeah, bringing up her divorces again, her marriages. And she was like, what is that record, Charlotte? 0-3? And she immediately runs out the ring, and Charlotte is like, because like I said, it looked like, at least to me, it looked like she was about to slap the shit out of her. And then Charlotte literally says, oh, hey, Tiffany, is that why Lou Kaiser was in my DMs? I was, whoa. Whoa. Wow. Like I said, pretty, like, I'll probably talk more about, like, but, like, wow, bro. Just wow. Like I said, you could tell what the shit, like, the fact that, you could tell that the fact that Tiffany kept bringing up her marriages and, like, in that last line, that had that last few seconds of them of the what is that record, Charlotte? 0-3 from Tiffany, and then Charlotte going like about Kaiser, Tiffany's boyfriend, Ludwig Kaiser, being in her DMs. That was not on the script. And it's like I can already see people talking about it, about like bringing up the fact, yeah, this just calls back to 2021 where her and Becky, like, when that whole thing is that, and like that, the whole story there being, of course, about friendship and then about their profession coming between it, and probably, of course, you hear the same story, kind of like the same story with like a Brett and Sean. They started off as friends at first, kinda, and then the business got between them. It's all about egos and money and shit like that. And yeah, that's what it immediately calls back to me. That's what I first thought of. Only with here, it's like, yeah, like pretty much Charlotte doing what she usually does. Like I said, because that's what probably happened in that when they did that whole interview promo. When Charlotte, I don't know, Charlotte must have did something to really piss Tiffany the fuck off, because Charlotte now is really known to do that. So yeah, like wow, like I said, pretty terrible fucking promo altogether, because Charlotte couldn't get a word out because of the crowd, and the fact that she was really getting annoyed at the fact that Tiffany kept bringing up her marriage. Like, yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, I hope that doesn't become part of the reason. I mean, we already it's probably like not potentially could be, but I hope that doesn't become the majority of the reason now. Okay, Triple A probably saying that, yeah, you fucked up, Tiffy. Charlotte got to go over at WrestleMania. I don't know if, like, it could be, like, because clearly Charlotte is going through, like, I almost feel sad and kind of regret the fact that I said that she has me blocked on Twitter because I mentioned her plastic surgery. Like, like, I almost kind of want to take that back, because, I mean, because they showed a glimpse of her face, and she was really fucking mad. Charlotte was pissed. The Queen was not okay tonight. And like I said, like, yeah, like, I don't know what, like, clearly it's because of her divorce and among her other insecurities that that she has bottled up. They gotta do, like, either they gotta do something. Like, either she needs to take another fucking vacation, like with therapy involved, or shit, like, because yeah, I mean, this shit is like this. Like I said, this is like the second time, and this is happening with somebody entirely different, a new up and comer. One of their, like, Tiffany is like she's been killing it lately, and obviously they're hell bent set on her, whether she's a Vince, whether she was a Vince or Triple H girl. They're like, I don't know. It just I just hope really nothing like that isn't the reason. That is. Yeah, she really. I mean, she gonna take flack for it from the higher ups and Triple H, but I just hope that doesn't really halt her as majority. But we get with the Kevin Owens too. Obviously, Kevin Owens he's not gonna be at WrestleMania. He's hurt. That could be. I might address that also because, like I said, I'm running out of time. But yeah, he's not doing Kevin Owens is not going to be at WrestleMania this year because he got it with a he's going to have to have surgery. He got a broken neck, and then Randy, of course, congratulated on his way out. Probably got an ovation, and then Randy takes a RKO to Aldis. He put a RKO on Nick Aldis, so I don't know if that screams to me that Orton is going heel because he's still because apparently he's still going to be at WrestleMania, and also because apparently, like I said, I get it because this could be his hard shaking career, so I also still don't applaud it because of what the fans said to Kevin Owens, right? Because Kevin Owens, because that could be how because I will say that on his it just speaks to how an amazing heel because he still wants to keep in character. That just speaks to how much of a talent that Kevin Owens is, even though I may have my faults with Kevin Owens. But I don't know, if it was really it's just whether it's just him keeping in character because apparently he got pissed off when a fan said about something about his neck. He really has a neck injury, so, but I don't know, either way, like I said, I'll probably talk more about it, but, maybe so, but, I get it, but I don't understand why he needed to, like I said, press a friend like that, especially like that, because, like I said, you're pretty much an ambassador for WWE. That's really uncalled for. So I don't know why a fan like that, especially like that, should be getting, especially how much he's pretty much a veteran this late in his career. And he shouldn't be getting ticked over that. Whether, like I say, either way, whether it's that or the other way, like I said, because I don't agree with the fact that the fan is acting the way he's acting. If it was a different way, if it was physical like Seth, yeah. But you're a character. You're like I said, pretty much an ambassador for WWE. You're supposed to, especially being a heel, you're supposed to relish off that. So yeah, I don't get why. If it was about that, when it comes to his neck and the fan really mocking it, I get it. I kind of get it at the same time, but still, you're an ambassador for WWE and you shouldn't be getting ticked off at shit like that, especially given your position. And how much of it, and how he's considered you're pretty much a veteran at this point in your career. And I know it's an emotional moment, but yeah, you don't need to be doing that. Alright, so CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns. Y'all want to know the big reveal? CM Punk's big favorite is having Paul Heyman in his corner. Let's give a clap for that. Yay! Big reveal. Wow, what an incredible fucking... Oh, yeah, I'm so excited going now. I'm jumping off my fucking seat for WrestleMania now. You've got to be fucking kidding me. Paul Heyman, that's the favor. Paul Heyman being in Punk's corner at WrestleMania, regardless about how the history they have. Yeah. We knew that was kind of gonna happen, going into WrestleMania. That whether or not, or they could have done it in a more interesting way. With you can even pull like I said, because everybody's turned. Because that's pretty much, especially now, that's pretty much the major storyline of why the way Roman and his character is, right? It's because everybody has turned his back on him. His other friend Dean who has now become Jon Moxley in AEW. pretty much abandoned him. Seth Rollins, who pretty much stuck the knife in both their backs, is the catalyst for who he's become, who he is. So it's like, but Paul Heyman, who felt like he's also he's one of the ones that could have been there, that is also part of the reason why he's at the top of the threshold of what he really wants to be, where he really wants to be at. Like, you could have done, like, with Paul Heyman turning on Roman, and you could have did that at WrestleMania. Like, Paul Heyman being in Punk's corner, that's the favorite. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, let me. Jump and through the door out my fucking seat for that one. Yeah, what a good fucking. Yeah. Whoa, wow. Yeah, what a good fucking idea there. I'm so fucking excited. This is exactly why I don't. This is exactly why I act or why I talk the way I do when it comes to modern day professional wrestling. And you see people eating this shit up, like. This is ridiculous. This was a fucking monstrosity. Nothing at all. Nothing happened tonight outside of what people are probably really going to be being talked about the drama, which is kind of like what happened between Charlotte and Tiffany. Like, that is pretty much it. Not, like, yet again, nothing fucking happened tonight, and people, like I said, people are gonna be creaming in their pants. You're gonna have WWE's bots when it, speaking out and saying out, "Oh, this is one of the greatest." How this is leading up to WrestleMania. How this is the greatest WrestleMania of all time. WWE is on fire than ever, and this is legitimately. I can't believe. I want to, of course, like, I'm not. I want to speak to the people who are legitimately who have a brain, who can actually think for themselves. I'm talking to y'all for a moment. I just want to know, like, how can you be excited for this year's WrestleMania? Like, how? Especially with how fucking letdown this was tonight. I also want to reach y'all, just tell me, because he played, Triple H played y'all tonight. I want to read, because thank goodness I'm not the only one too. And there were some in the I want to read y'all some comments from Twitter. He's like, let's not act. Hold on, let me. It's like someone like that was the failure. Ain't no way you made us wait 10 billion years for this shitty failure. Well, that was a letdown. Wow, what a failure. How lame. Makes me even more glad I'm skipping this match. Most predictable thing ever. Did nothing to build on this match. Crickets. Let's not act like this was extremely underwhelming. Because people, the other person said, this is what the promo to the main event of WrestleMania should look like, not that snooze fest from Tiffany and Charlotte. And then the dude, whoever responded, says, "Let's not act like this was extremely underwhelming either." Facts, facts. Because I want to use wrong, very wrong. We waited this long for what? That seemed predictable. Oh, I want Paul in my corner at a stipulation like Heyman used to pull to get Punk a title shot if he wins the triple threat, or literally anything else. This triple threat doesn't even have a stipulation. Facts, bro. That's what we wait. Wow, that's what we waited for. Was what eventually what was gonna happen could happen anyway. That they were gonna do a storyline of how Punk was Paul Heyman, considering the history that they have since Punk's days from the Indies and coming into EC, part of WWE's developmental program, and it goes probably even far back than that. But as far as we know, to when Punk was getting his rise, and then what calls back to 2011. Which, and how we hear about how Paul Heyman used to root for Punk and how he was always for him. But this is what we get. Wow. And it's like people are satisfied with this. Y'all satisfied with this. And it's like you have people that say what they say, like when you talk about, Triple H hasn't been doing the, like, they also say that Triple H, they also want to seem like that when it comes to like how they say like Triple H has dropped the fucking ball. But then you have what happens tonight, where you have this promo where Punk does what he does about this favor turning out to be Paul Heyman being in his fucking corner, which is pretty a fucking a lame favor. Their biggest thing as far as anything on the line going into WrestleMania. And then they praise this. They say, "Oh, it's bad, but well, at least it's not." I'm gonna go on a limb here and say, because considering the history between Punk and Heyman, what? This was lame. I don't fucking care when it comes to the history of Heyman and Punk, unless you really, really sell that shit. Then yeah, you're gonna have me screaming and raving. But if it like you had what you happened tonight, fuck that. Are you serious? And then people are satisfied with this. Unfucking believable. Unbelievable. Like really. And this is pretty, because like I said, this has gone long enough. And this is pretty much, I'm going to be zooming to that fucking WrestleMania. Like this is what we're getting. This is the effort that's going into WrestleMania. And people are like, this like, wow. Like I said, and yeah, because people talk about how AEW, especially now, how AEW is just a slog, a fucking disappointment, far from what they used to be, or they're incredibly bad. WWE is also in that fucking wheelhouse. Well, as far as to me, when it comes to me, I don't give a fuck about AEW just as much as I don't give a fuck about WWE. I'm going to speak when I'm going to speak. And this year at WrestleMania, they had, like, Triple H hasn't, well, as far as, like, the ringleader, because he is the head of creative, and not like that, this is a new thing for me. Well, this could be for y'all, because this is y'all first time hearing it. This doesn't feel like WrestleMania. It doesn't. It's a waste of fucking time. And it's exactly what's wrong with WWE. And it's exactly what's wrong with professional wrestling today.